Hi, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Harrison. This is me when I was just 14 years old. I grew up skinny, insecure and lacked real confidence. I decided to join my local gym on my 16th birthday. I had no clue about diet and lifestyle. I simply just fell in love with training and seeing progress. It was only when I went to university was when I started to take my training seriously. My first year got cut short by the pandemic, but I was determined to stick with it even though gyms were closed and actually put some decent size on in that time. Fast forward a couple of years and I decided that I wanted to compete naturally for the first time ever. I set around this by getting myself a coach and entering a gaining phase where I bulked to the heaviest I've ever been. 5 months of prep later, and here's me on stage for the first time in July 2023. The goal had been achieved.
So, 2 weeks later from the WNBF first timers show, honestly, the whole prep and time before that, honestly the best thing that I've ever done. The hardest challenge of my life, but I don't regret anything. And that goes for the whole show as well, in terms of the whole preparation. I ticked all the boxes. Reflecting on the show, it would have been nice to get first, but I feel like I gave the best of myself and gave my best package, and that's all you can do, and bodybuilding is a subjective sport. I wouldn't have changed anything about the prep. I've gone over it with me and my coach, and the game plan was to actually potentially do another 2 shows, but we've decided against it, as you can tell probably by the title. And honestly, I just feel a massive relief. I can't wait to get back into my training again. And it has suffered quite drastically. Yeah, okay, it'd be easy for me to say I didn't enjoy the elements of prep, and I understand that, but when it affects your life so much and like my relationship with food, you know, I remember a few days after my first show, it was my graduation, like a day or 2 off plan. Even though I was full, I still went to McDonald's and basically ate to the point where I felt sick. Affirmed to me that I had an issue and this was no longer something that I wanted to do. I've climbed the mountain. You know, I feel so satisfied with the fact that I've done my show, and it's been the goal for not just the 13 weeks or so of prep that I've done, but also the 13 weeks prior to that. So all dates all back to kind of October when I first got my coaching, and we had to get to a point. We went into like a 3 or 4 month growing phase where I got to a point where I went to a weight that I've never got to before, 90, nearly 100 kilos, 98 kilos. To then a point where I stripped it all back, and then we've gone to like 78, which is a weight again I've not touched since probably 2 or 3 years at least. So yeah, again, drastic weight changes. So for me now, it's all about getting healthy, loving my training again, and just improving that relationship with food. Still been ticking the boxes, still been doing my cardio, my steps, just because the plan was to do further shows. A part of me where the only reason why I'd be doing further shows is to get that overall win. And for me, you've got to enjoy the process, and I gave my everything in that first show. And the idea of actually prepping for a further 4 weeks depressed me. Now, that's probably why we saw that binge episode as well, and that's something that I need to work on and improve myself. And I'm fully committed to doing that. But I'm so glad to finally be revealing it. Climbing that mountain of actually stepping on stage, which is something that I've been wanting to do for years and years. We did it, and it's now on to the next thing. About getting back to normality first and foremost, enjoying my training. It feels weird to be back to normal, if that makes sense. Feeling like a zombie the last couple of weeks / months, dieting and whatnot. And honestly, I can say that getting that lean, yeah, it might look good. And you must think, oh, you must go on social media and think, wow, these people must be so happy because of their body conditioning and whatnot, their body being that lean, being that shredded. But take it from me, being that lean for a sustained period of time is not healthy. Again, not to go on, I didn't want to make this a somber video. I want it to be positive because it's something that I just feel like I've had to get off my chest. You know what, for me now, after having like such a drastic weight change, so from going like one end of the spectrum of bulking and being that heavy, and then actually going to like stage lean, I actually just want to put some healthy weight back on, maintain a little bit, rather than going to, oh yeah, I need to go into a massive gaining phase. See what the future entails in terms of bodybuilding in the future, but for now, it's just about getting back to normality. If you did enjoy this video, I'm actually looking to do a 10,000 calorie eating challenge soon and future videos. So if you want to stick around for that, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future videos, and I'll catch you in the next one.